Hey guys! Okay, I'm here today finally with a collection video. Let me turn my phone on silent. And this is going to be my eyeshadows, starting with my large eyeshadow palettes and going through my single shadows. If you've been with me for a while, then you will be like, wow. So this is the extent of every eyeshadow I own. I mean, it still seems like a lot, but on YouTube, it's not a lot at all. Because, well, let me tell you, when I talk about my just ready-made eyeshadow palettes, large palettes, you're going to be like, wow. I remember when I first started doing declutters and stuff, I don't even know how many palettes I had. And then my last eyeshadow palette collection video, I had less than 10, and I thought, oh wow, that is so good. Three eyeshadow palettes. Now I have a few, singles and quads, so I definitely have some others, but three. First, we'll talk about is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. I really like this palette. I do want soft glam, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of waiting for like a deal or a sale. But I really do like this one. If you look at it, you're like, oh, that's predominantly warm. It's really not. It has some neutrals and cools. I mean, this is warm. These two are, pretty warm. But a lot of the others, they're not. It's a really pretty palette. I like it a lot. So, I do have that. And then I have the Tartelette in Bloom by Tarte. And I really, this one's really reflective. I enjoy this a lot, especially if I'm going to travel, because it has like everything. It has your matte brow bone colors, it has some transition colors, it has some smoky shades, but this bronze is probably it's probably my favorite bronze of all time, so I really enjoy it for that. This is, it's just a very good basic palette. And then lastly, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. I had the Visart matte palette, and I did really like it. But I felt like having this, I just didn't need them both. This has, it has every matte kind of shade I could personally want. It has some of the red tones, the peach tones, the transition, the brow bone, to where, I could go on vacation, take a handful of single shadows, cream shadows, whatever, and this has everything I would need. I really like this palette a lot, and I use it by itself too. It's not like just a companion palette, but it works well as a companion too. Okay, and then I have a few, I guess you could say like self-made palettes, because there are some MAC singles and Makeup Geek singles. So if you really want to get ticky, you could say that I have 6 palettes, but I don't count these because I just don't. But it depends your level of tickiness. So I have this Z palette that's a bunch of MAC singles, Makeup Geek singles. I have I think I have a video where I talk about all these. If you would really like an updated one, I could do that. Just let me know. But I've been thinking about decluttering a good bit of these pretty soon, because a lot of them are on the older end. I just haven't gotten to that mentality of doing it yet. Then I have this is I think pretty much all MAC, and then these are I believe all Makeup Geek. Truth be told, I could get rid of that, but every once in a while it's just like a fun color to have, in life. I think it's okay to have one fun color. Okay, then I have 3 quads. The Chanel, what is this one, Candeur et Experience. It came out a few falls ago, maybe 2 falls ago. I really do like this one a lot. They're matte, but they almost are kind of satin because they have a little bit of a sheen. I do like that. And then the Dolce & Gabbana Desert. This is one of those just good. You can use every shade. You have your transition crease, you have your brow bone, you have your shimmery lid, and then you have an outer V, liner, whatever you want to do. And then my newest little baby I'm wearing today, it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk quad. I've been wanting one of her eyeshadow quads for a while, but there just wasn't one that really was calling my name, or I felt like it was just very dupeable or had stuff similar. But then when I saw this one, I knew I had to have it. And what I have is this just packed all over my lid today. Blended out through the crease. I did pop a teeny bit of this on the inner corner, and then that's the one I have all over my lid. I don't know if I said that. And then I put a tiny bit of that on my lower lash line, but you can't really tell because I have a liner. So far I love it. The glitter topper shade, I don't know how much I'll really use that. I may try to foil it one day and see if I like it, but I really liked it for the others, and I mean a little bit of that. So very excited. So far first impressions are great. And I'm wearing her Very Victoria lipstick today because I got a sample in my order, and I mean it's very pretty. I like something a little more nude on myself. And then these are my single shadows, so we'll go through these real quickly. I have the L'Oreal Amber Rush pressed, I call it a pressed pigment because that's essentially what it is. Everybody knows about this. I feel like these might have been discontinued. I don't know. I really do like that. Then I have a Clinique in Black Honey. This is really pretty come fall. I like it all over the lid. Definitely a darker eye. Okay. I have one Burberry shade left, and it's Pale Barley. And I believe this is the old formula because I've heard the new formula is not as pigmented. I do like this for one of those just like all over the lid shades that's not too much. It's a really good kind of like sandy color. Le Métier de Beauté Corinthian. I actually tried this out and wore it again the other day, and I still really like it. It looks super cool tone in the pan, but on my eyes it warms up. If you like taupes and you have not tried this, you have to try it. It is the best taupe you will ever use. Granted, it's expensive, but really, how often do us makeup junkies use up eyeshadow? Unless you're a project painter, then I think you're okay. I mean, it's the best taupe, and I used to be all about taupes. It used to be the primary thing I owned. Urban Decay Riff. This is a pretty crease transition, just all over the lid shade if that's what you're, going for. Wet n Wild Brulee. I like to have just a single brow bone color for, if you have a palette that doesn't have one. RMS Beauty Swift Shadow in GR19 Garden Rose. I really like this. I think this is the only like clean type brand I have. Maybe the only one I've tried. And the pigmentation, I mean, it's not going to be the same as, say, like Anastasia, but it's really nice. I'd be curious to try more of these. Maybe like a good transition type color. Okay, then I have 4 MAC singles. This is, now I do have, my MACs in this, like I said, which if y'all want me to go through these, then let me know. Okay. Uninterrupted. I didn't have this the first time because I had Bobbi Brown Camel. Well, I ended up getting rid of Camel, and this is supposedly not the same, so I kind of want Bobbi Brown Camel again. Body Conscious. It was in a limited edition collection. I really like this. I'm not even going to try to say this one. It's from the Selena collection. I say this, it's kind of like a chocolate milk shade. You can definitely tell the color scheme that I gravitate toward. And then this one is probably my favorite MAC one. It was a full shadow from a collection a few holidays ago called Fairy Fair. Yeah. It is really pretty stunning. Okay, and then lastly, I have 3 little loose shadows. One is just a sample. It's the MAC Rose pigment. I need to try it one day and see if I even want to keep it around. How insane is that? Tell me, would you want me to be just like really wild and do a get ready with me with this or not? This is definitely not my kind of thing. But I saw it one day and I got a sample just because I thought it was so crazy. And it's when like all the rose gold was all the rage. Okay, Bare Minerals in Nude Beach. This is the only single I had for the longest time. I just couldn't get rid of it. I mean, if you've been on YouTube a while, then you remember the rage with this. And I'm not an inner corner highlight kind of person, but if you pop this sucker on your inner corner, it is stunning. It's not like a typical champagne because I don't do champagne. It's just like this, almost like silver. It's like a nude. I know it may not seem it, but it is. See, because it's like the color of my skin, but then it just has that sheen. It is stunning. I love it. And then I got this from, what is that brand? Shiro Cosmetics. It's the Harry Potter collection, and it's a free elf. Because it's like that mustard baby poop color. It's just a pain in the butt to get it out of the container. I'll swatch this for you. We'll swatch that MAC pigment too, just to see. This one I haven't really used a whole lot because loose shadows are just a pain in the butt, but I had to get it. And it's almost like nostalgic, so I just kind of keep it around. So, okay, we'll swatch that MAC one just for curiosity's sake. So I gotta be so careful not to spill any of that. Okay, it's not as crazy as I thought. That could be really pretty. I do think I want to keep that, like, for just fun, you know, because makeup is fun. And even if you like neutrals, sometimes it's fun to just have, you know, a few different things to play with. So anyways, that is my eyeshadow collection. I mean, it really is not that insane. So let me know if you want to know about these. And then also if you want to know what like cream shadows and cream shadow sticks I have, I could do a video on that. That one would be definitely really small and quick. But just let me know if there's anything else in my makeup, whatever collection you'd like to see me do a dedicated video on. I just know I got the comment that somebody would like to see this. So that's why I did this first. So I like to do these collection videos. So that's all for now. Thanks guys. Bye.